Go. And here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you to the Hello LLC. And if you don't know, we are in our brand new Hello Plaza and holiday edition where you guys can come and see the amazing new Hello Plaza that we just had redesigned. And OMG, if you guys missed out on our amazing HQVC extravaganza, I can assure you it will be the first, the last, the only time Tara and I go 10 hours straight on social media and really being able to do a live room between us two. But it was fun. It was amazing. I've done it 8 hours by myself, but never had a co-host. But I had a whole bunch of a lot more commercials and other people to talking. But this one was ours, and it was absolutely amazing. So if you guys are not checking us out, come to the Hello Plaza in Metaverse that you can join us from your cell phone. You can join us from your laptop. You can join us from your iPad, and you can join us from your VR headsets. And this, my friends, is absolutely amazing, where we had over 10 guests from different businesses come and join us, showcase their business, showcase their brand. We had a whole entire, live broadcast where they got to showcase their BIZ-N-A-BOX, showcase their actual holiday sales. If they had another website or had anything else, the more the merrier. And it was definitely an opportunity that you guys can go check out on our YouTube. You can go check out in the Metaverse. We have it on full replay. And more importantly, guess what? We're going to be replaying this bad boy come the whole entire holiday seasons where you guys can see it. But more importantly, we want you guys to come and visit us in the Metaverse. And if you do not know what the Metaverse, it is Web3. It is an upgraded version of your Zoom, your crusty dusty Zoom. It's an upgraded version of these audio rooms that we're utilizing right now. And really, more importantly, it is the new era to where we all talk about, I need to see it. I'm a visual person. I'm a visual person. And here it is. You can't get more visual than this, as you can see.
Lay it on them.
Right? And so with that being said, love, what was your take, before we get into stop confusing people, your socials, your emails, and your Calendly links about this amazing weekend?
Yeah, well, welcome on in, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving week. We are thankful for you. We're thankful for your time with us. And we wish you a very happy holiday week and to be a safe one and a happy one. But with that said, what was my 2 cents about this weekend?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I will say this. The beautiful thing about being live for 10 hours was we didn't have to be on camera.
Yes.
So that's a huge point. And I say that, guys, because I don't mind being on camera, but how many of us know that like the Zoom bubble, where you're on a Zoom, you have to be on camera and you're not speaking or you're not speaking at that time. And you're just smiling and bobbing your head,
cheese smile.
Or at least try not to, look like you, have grumpy face. And so my point being is that was that's the first thing I said when we got off live was, well, I'm glad we weren't on like camera. And that was only because then I wouldn't have to be sitting there with that smile and, not that I don't like smiling, but for 10 hours, my cheeks would have been looking great. It'd be like a little mini facelift. So move past that, Tara. It was great. Why was it great? Because it really showed people how they can host events in the metaverse. And this was our way to, bring awareness to the community that trusts us with their business and helping them with their business. And so this was us, giving them a space to share more about what they're up to, how they do it, what they do, and how you can participate in what they do if you would like to, and the holiday sales they were running. And so it really was a great time to be had. And I will share this, guys. A lot of people were it was engaging. People wanted to stick around and watch it. We had a lot of people watching live. And so it's just the engagement factor. So not having to be on camera, the engagement factor, the ease of it, and just really sets you apart. So that was my 2 cents about the whole thing. But I loved the fact that it was all within the metaverse. I looked cute. I didn't have to spend any time looking cute, and because my avatar was already dressed up looking like Mrs. Claus. And so there you go. That was my 2 cents about having an amazing event this weekend. Mr. Jones?
Yeah. And look, if you guys do not know about our amazing Outsell the Grinch, we're going to show you better than we can tell you about this amazing opportunity. And so here we go.
It's time. The Outsave the Grinch sale is here, and you do not want to miss this. For a limited time, you can score massive savings on game-changing tools that will skyrocket your business for now, and in the future, upgrading your systems and foundation utilizing AI and Metaverse. Think of it as a gift you give yourself. Upgrades, systems, and solutions that will transform how you work, all at a price that won't break the bank and you don't show up looking like a Grinch in your business. Whether you're looking to revolutionize your online presence, simplify your systems, or unlock exclusive AI magic, this sale has something for you. But hurry, this deal only lasts from November 23rd to December 2nd. Head over to the hellollc.io, our BIZ-N-A-BOX. It's more than website, it's a SMARTLINK with an experience. Don't miss out. Go and grab these savings before they disappear. Because let's face it, who doesn't want to save more than the Grinch ever could?
That's our storefront. We have our business in a box, which, guys, that is a smart link with an experience. And people always like, well, what does that mean? We have so many that we could share with you. You guys could jump out there right now to go to leahgarcia.io and check out hers. But that is normally $14.97 for our pro, and we're dropping that down to $9.97. So that's a savings of $500, and that will run till the 2nd of December. If you want the Big Bad Betty, that normally is $29.97, that'll drop down to $19.97. And last but not least, our Hello Motion Works are on sale. If you have watched some of our Motion Works and want to, hey, I want to get some, I'm going to tell you the great way to do it is just join our Hello Pivot. But if you want to go ahead and buy it outright, we have a sale on that. We have our Big Bad Betty that starts at $9.97. That is full tilt, full custom. I mean, everything that you can think in, fly-ins, fly-outs, voiceovers, everything, as well as your talking avatar. That's normally $9.97. We're dropping that down to $4.97. That's $500 off of that. We have our semi-custom that starts at $3.97. We're dropping that down to $197. And then we have our basic that were normally $197 that we're dropping down to $97. So go out to thehellollc.io and check that out. But with that said, Mr. Jones, bam, take it away.
So let's get into the actual topic of the day. Today's topic is stop confusing people. Your socials, your email, and your Calendly links are not working. And when we say that respectfully all day long, every day. And you guys should know that we talk about facts other than, your feelings, and really understanding, are you increasing, your customers' frustration with not having all your information there? A lot of the times people, put in their Facebook, profile, or they put in their LinkedIn profile, or they put in their Instagram profile from one profile to another. Like, you realize you're taking one person from one pictures and whole bunch of reading that doesn't talk in detail about your business to another, and you're expecting them to go through another social media platform, which you can get yourself in a lot of trouble because they might not have LinkedIn. They might not have Facebook, and now you're sending them. And then not only that, sometimes your links have that person signed in and they're not signing in to their Facebook account. Right?
So, when we, just for a little behind the scenes for those that, are here, what happens is David and I will, what do we want to talk about, on Tuesday, How-To Tuesdays, essentially. And so we chit chat. And this was the first thing, like when David was like, hey, what do we want to talk about on How-To Tuesdays? Immediately it flew in my mind as we have to share with people why they need to stop overcomplicating the get in touch with you process. And the reason why we say that, guys, is because we just came off of our live event for 10 hours. And most everybody, that was there had a business in a box. But you didn't have to be a client of a business in a box to be featured. It was for our pivot memberships or anybody who attended our masterclass, And so there was a couple of people that were, did not have a business in a box, which is their smart link with an experience.
There you go.
It is where it came around when, hey, at the end of the segment that we were hosting with them, how do people get in touch with you? And we had a few of them that were like, well, you can email me here at this email, or email me at this other email, or you can ping me on Instagram, or you can,
Hit me on
turn
Facebook.
around twice, jump up and down 6 times, hold your nose, and, do a cartwheel, and I'll appear in front of you. And I'm joking about obviously the last part of that, but I share that, guys, because it not only happened in our event. I have been, I love YouTube. There's some great conversations that are held out on YouTube. And I was watching an interview / conversation the other day between 2 guests. And the host asked his guest, hey, where can our audience find you? We'll post it down below as well, but please share it across. And listed out, well, you can find me on this social media, but on this social media, it's a different @ but then there's this email, but then you can check out this site, but the site's down right now. And it was just like, holy cow. By that time, people have checked out. And and these are people who have a lot of followers, people who have big communities that I am just I'm surprised. That's why I gasp. That's why I'm stuttering over my words, because I would think the assumption that I would make as Tara Bush would be the fact that these individuals have their quote unquote together, because they do have such a large following. And for them to be giving out multiple links to find you instead of one precise thehellllc.io. Go check us out. You can connect with us. You can, email us. You can jump in the metaverse from there. Go check out thehellllc.io. Go check out leahgarcia.io for those that are on LinkedIn and know Miss Leah. Go check out, abc.com. Whatever your link is, give it to the people and make sure that you're making this easy. And the reason why is because the first thing that we learned when we started shifting over into social media marketing, which was nearly 9 years ago, was that we knew back then you only had 8 seconds to catch people's attention. We now know it's less than that. It's like 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And people check out. And let's say this. We need simplicity, because people want the easy button. And I'm not saying that everybody's lazy or nothing like that. That is not what I'm saying. But we all know from a marketing concept that a confused mind will say no.
Oh, you should know.
A confused mind will say no, meaning if you're confusing them by giving them so many ways to get in touch with you, you're not helping yourself, you're hindering yourself. And that is why the first thing that flew into my head when David said, what you want to talk about this Tuesday? This. And so that's why we said, stop confusing people, guys. You've got to put it down into one link. And call it your link in your bio, your website, your business in a box, your SmartLink, which is a smart link with an experience. Call it what you want, whatever you got. Of course, we would love to help you with that. But the point being at the end of the day, guys, is stop. Yeah. Back to you, Mr. Jones.
I like it. And, just to back that up is that, 85% of customers prefer a business that centralizes resources in one accessible link. I was talking to one of our newest BIZ-N-A-BOX clients today, and she was sharing with me that, she would give one link for her calendar for people to book with her. Then she would give another link for people to do, one piece of business with her. And then another link when she's doing PayPal or anything of that sort. And I said, you're spending so much time, handing out these links that people are going to say no. If we're expecting clients to really, get our information at the speed of light, you got to make it that way.
Yep.
And you're making it more confusing by saying, go here, go there, go there. Oh, or the classic, my bad, that my link doesn't work. I'm getting my developer to, help me out with that, or I'm getting this. And this is the biggest piece that I think people have to remember, especially if you have a website right now. Mobile optimization ensures business captures 54% of global web traffic. So what that means is 54% of people are looking at your website through their mobile device. And so if you have a crusty, dusty website and it is not mobile, friendly, it's not going to be pretty. I looked at one person's website, and it had like the writing words cut off because it wasn't optimized for a cell phone, and it just was like, ugh. And 75% of your is based off your first impression. And so we have to understand how important this is. And a lot of the times, this is where we share with people your foundation and your systems are key, because that is everything before you can move forward. Simplified sharing increased social media engagement by 30%, which is crazy, while secure systems reduce cart abandonment by 73%. So if you are, expecting people to, send them a PayPal or do this or do that, to purchase your systems especially without you, how many of you people can purchase your systems and your services without you talking to them or sending them an actual email or, a PayPal? You're really, shooting yourself in the foot. And so, this is where we share with you guys all to really understand the benefits of implementing a one app, one tap, a SmartLink for your business. And, have you updated your website, to the actual new times? And really, are you utilizing, a website that has a whole bunch of writing? And as my client earlier, she said, oh, well, my website is it's nice, it's neat. I said, come on, let's go on a tour. And we went on a tour. She had one picture, and then she had like a whole, 2 or 3 scrolls of reading. And I said, ma'am, do you read people's posts? She said, no. I said, well, why are you expecting people to read your website? Ding, 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 ding. And she was like, oh, not only that, do you have it to where people can get easy access to your services, to your products? Have you thought of other ways to monetize your business? Especially those of you that are coaches, have you thought of an actual membership platform? Have you thought of maybe doing a webinar or a masterclass that then you could do, and then you could be able to also, sell that masterclass later? Prime example right now, last week we did an amazing, get it before your grandma sale, to where those of you that did want access to our actual, holiday, where we helped businesses learn their holiday sales and the target audience, right? You were able to get that for $7. Okay. You're still able to be a part of that and get access to over 100 videos that we've done. Get access to all of our actual masterclasses that we've done. And this is where we all have to understand time is of the essence. And there's so many ways that you can be able to implement this. Prime example, those of you that are on LinkedIn right now, audio rooms are going away next week, just FYI, or should I say, next week, next Tuesday, sayonara. And so many people are freaking out because they don't know, what to do. And more so many people have relied on just LinkedIn. And a lot of you that are in this room or have heard me, I've shared 100 million times, hey, you should be omnipresent. You should not just be on LinkedIn. You should be utilizing StreamYard or Restream, right, to be able to take the same audio room and put it on YouTube, put it on Twitch, put it on Spaces, right? Put it on YouTube, put it on Facebook, and so many other places, just like we are now, where we're on Instagram Live, we're on LinkedIn Live, we're on audio LinkedIn Live that is going away that we're talking about. We're also on Twitch. We're also on YouTube, and we're on Facebook. And the great thing about it is some people are like, well, David, I don't want to go live and show my face and all of that other stuff. Well, this is a prime example why you should have your own metaverse that we got on discount right now, to where now, just like me and Tara, we're able to be talking in this audio room, right? Or it's in our metaverse room that you too can join and unmute yourself and be a part of our audio room and experience this in a completely different way, right, than we have been in the past. And so that is why we encourage people, look, book a demo with us and learn more, and don't be, like a lot of people, and hopefully this ain't you, that you were sitting around telling people Bitcoin ain't nothing, it's a scam, it's that and the other. But now, if your ass ain't paying attention, Bitcoin almost made to $100,000, okay? And it's going up further than that. And so as we continue to
I
talk
saw
about
a valuation that one guy said it's going to be $13 million per Bitcoin in 20 years. From between now and 20 years, the full valuation will be around $13 million.
So, Caesar, I hope that's a good laugh. And welcome on in, Jay. Welcome on in, Mr. I don't want to butcher that name.
That wasn't financial advice, by the way.
You want to help me out? I don't want to butcher that name.
Ashish.
Okay. Mr. Terrence, welcome on in. And then I can't see that bottom one. I cannot see that bottom one.
I got it.
It won't let me see your name.
We have on mute. Hold on just a second.
Actually, you know what? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna leave from here and I'm gonna come right back because for some odd reason it's not showing me.
And I'm gonna unmute over here, guys, so you guys can hear me on the computer. It's Keith. Keith, we can see your name now. We had your mute tag is on, and it was right over your name, and we couldn't see it. So welcome on in, Keith. We'll give you special shout out just because we left you off that list for a second. But over here on our amazing. You want me to unmute this one?
Yeah, there we go. Boom, we're good.
Unmute that.
We're good. Boom.
Asa La Pasta. Okay. So, but over here we have our amazing Giggles, Miss Tracy. She is an amazing florist, guys, out of Toronto. So if you're in that area or know anybody in that area that you need to send some flowers to, that's the person you need to get a hold of for sure. But other than that, we have a ton of people watching us on our live stream that is streaming right out to our metaverse. I went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs there for a second. I was like, our business in a box. I was like, that's not our business in a box. But guys, we wanted to really share more about, this, the whole link thing and the confusion. We actually saw a prime example of one individual showing they had a website. So that was great. And in that website, in order to book an appointment, you had to either try to copy and paste the Calendly link that they had because it wasn't hyperlinked, and or retype that out in a new browser yourself. And that is a prime example of where you're making it harder for your community to get in touch with you. And ultimately, look, everybody has a differencing of opinion of, I don't want to be accessible. We know one individual, that we've, chatted with in the past is like, I don't want to be that accessible. Okay, cool. We got you. And then there's another, people that are like, I'll give you my cell phone number. You can call me right now.
Yeah.
And, we'll talk now.
Yeah.
And so, it's whatever your comfort level is. So, but my point being is, whatever your goods and your services that are being offered should be readily easy within one click. The more clicks that you make people do and the more log in, log out, copy, paste, whatever, you lose traction, you lose interest, the curiosity is dying quickly, and people will exit stage right. We share this because I do it. I share this from a wholehearted because guys, I'm a techie person. I have no problem. I know my passwords off the top of my head normally. It's like, I can enter my email address and drop the password and be logged in just like that. But whole boy howdy is what I was trying to get out. Boy, I can't talk today. This country.
You got it.
My little country bumpkin self, Anywho, guys, point being in that is, that if I do it and I'm pretty tech forward and, don't have a problem doing that, I know other people are doing it. And so that is why we share, and we try to share this with anybody and everybody, is consolidate to one link and make it simple, snapshot, allow people to dive deeper if they want to. But when we fire hose people information, whether it's 600 links on when you are signing off of your podcast, or you were just a guest on a show and you're dropping all these links for people to find you at, it's not helping. It is, you're doing more harm than good. And what I mean by harm is you're just losing people's interests. So back to you, Mr. Jones.
No, you're spot on. And, just to give some more, information on this, 20 to 30%, increase conversions through a simplified navigation, 30% improvement in customer retention with a centralized resource, two-time growth in social media visibility is consistent and high quality. Prime example for those of you that are on here, I encourage you to make sure you're omnipresent. Especially prime example, LinkedIn is throwing this kibosh for the audio rooms. And if people have just been focused on LinkedIn, then there's going to be a lot of people that are going to, lose out because that's all they've been focusing on. And now they're taking away, the audio rooms. And if people aren't willing to make the transition over to utilizing a restreaming, application and then wanting to go live, right? Or if you just want to show a plain Jane, flat screen, I can assure you not a lot of people are going to stay and watch that because it's static at the end of the day. And then you're talking behind it. And then one of the biggest things that people talked about in LinkedIn, well, what if I want to join? Well, then you would have to give that person the third-party link. And you probably don't want to give everybody that third-party link to join your rooms. So what are you going to do? Well, those of you that are, and those of you that, those of you that are joined us those of you that have joined us, on our LinkedIn audio room, I encourage, is when we get out of here is go take a look at the live, video room that we're doing at the same time and really ask yourself, hey, do I want to be able to continue, this audio room that I'm doing, or do I want to, spice it up and put some actual video, to what I'm doing? And not only that, guess what, guys? This is the greatest thing about it. Those of you that are watching us now, we could be in this room together in Metaverse that you can join from your cell phone, from your laptop, from your iPad, or your VR headsets. And instead of you telling people, hey, go and check out my calendar or go and check out my website, I literally could take Tara to this back room. That sounded a little dirty.
Yep.
Right. And be able to pull out, my actual website and or have a conversation right there on the spot where I can share my screen and all of that. And so this is where we really have to get to the point of understanding it's the speed of thought and being able to interact and utilize this new technology. Because look, a lot of you have been hearing about, Metaverse, and it goes in one ear and go out the other. But I'm here to tell you, your Web 2, right, which is flat screen, is gone. Okay. Your cell phone that we've been utilizing for the last 30 years is gone. Remember how we moved from the pagers and we went to the cell phone? That's where we're at right now. Those of you that have been watching TikTok, right? And you've been seeing the advertisements of the actual eyeglasses that are now Bluetooth that you can now talk to your actual, AI. I'm telling you, right? That's your new cell phone. They're making it easier for us by you not picking up your phone 1,000 times a day and it be on your head, just like Jay's glasses are right now. Just like does Mr. Terrence have on glasses? I think Mr. Terrence has on glasses. I think Keith has on glasses as well, right? And so this allows you literally to take it to the next step. And have it at the ease.
Mr. Marky Zipu,
yep,
with Meta, aka Facebook, already said his mission is to eliminate cell phones.
Yeah.
He's going to, attempt to put Apple out of cell phone business. They'll be doing something else, trust me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's guys, that's where we're going. We have to understand. I would encourage everybody to think like this when technology comes in. And look, you probably already do, but when the moment a new phone, a new iPhone, a new whatever, VR headsets drop, it's already outdated. It is the same kind of concept of all of us, know that buying a new car and driving it off the sales lot, you just took a depreciation hit the moment that you put that car in your name. If you bought it brand new, you're the one that took that depreciation hit. Now that's why some people like to buy a car that's had one user that's a couple years old because they don't want to take the depreciation hit. And that's the same thing when we have to look at technology and the technology debt. We're constantly in technology debt if we don't choose to pivot at least every 90 days. And what do I mean? It's not major pivots, but it's adding something new within a new tool, a new AI tool, a new, metaverse tool, a new, some sort of Web3 tool that's going to assist you to make that pivot into the future. Or learn about it. You don't always have to have it implemented. Yes, implementation is best, but if you are still trying to get your sea legs under something, learn more about it, but constantly be doing that, because if not, you're going to turn into your grandparents or your parents that were like, can you stand at the TV and push the button for me? The VCR won't work for me. Can you tell me why? Can you fix it? What's this thing called the cell phone? I like a corded phone. You're going to turn into that person.
Yeah, like the youngster said, why don't they make a phone that's for the house that everybody can use?
It's like, well, we had that 20 years ago, but everybody started using a cell phone. So, and so it's that. It is understanding that we're in a cycle of evolution constantly when it comes to technology, especially now that, we've started to see companies like, and brands like Elon Musk, bring out robots. And guys, they've had all of this stuff at a government level. They just didn't have it for the public level. And so now it's being released to the public because they've either figured out how to, capitalize on whatever, build robots so they can sell it to you, or, build AI tools so they can, get a subscription model based, and so you sign up for subscription. Point being is, now that it's going to be able to be capitalized on, they're sending it down the pipeline for, the retail use is the word I was looking for. So that would be my 2 cents, just kind of understanding, how, you got to stay ahead of technical debt. And if you sleep too long on your feet, if you, kick back on your haunches for too long, you're going to be stuck, in technical debt. And I'll give you a prime example, Hobby Lobby. If anybody knows anything about Hobby Lobby in the South, it is a craft store that they got some good deals, but they're about to be out of business, and that is by choice.
They had some good deals.
That's a good point. Yeah, past tense. They're going out of business, and that is because the owner, is a devout religious person, not a problem. And within his beliefs, he felt that technology was not a good thing, and that it's something he did not want to implement into his business. And so he didn't. And so when 2020 came around, and we all went through what 2020 was, most of us had to learn how to order things online, the Amazon effect, order it. And if you were in Houston, it was on your doorstep in 3 hours. It was kind of like that. But Hobby Lobby, especially when people were home and looking to get crafty and finish up some craft projects or whatever that is, they would have made not that this was about to make a killing. I don't want people to construe this, but they would have been really successful during that time if they would have just learned how to get their products and services online, but they didn't. They had a static website that was literally all they would do is upload their coupons for that month or week and give you maybe a little synopsis like, artificial flowers are 50% off, framed, art was 50% off this week, come shop. And that was it. They didn't have a way for you to go out there, select your item, check out, and get it shipped to you. And because they didn't want to make that pivot, they fell behind in technical debt. And now, as we're making the pivot and everybody's online, it was just announced, I believe at the beginning of this year, that they're going to go ahead and close all their locations because they can't afford to make that technical debt, and they don't want to. It's not that they can't afford, because the owner's beliefs, he does not want to make that technical jump. And so he's so far behind in that technical debt because they've only sat there with SKUs and, barcodes. And that was as far as he was going to go. So that's a prime example of a Blockbuster where somebody is, aging themselves out and they don't even realize it until all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom, you're out. And that's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
So over to you, Mr. Jones.
And so, this is where we would like to be able to, showcase and ask you guys, about, your current setup and even, Linktree. Linktree used to be a big thing, and some people are still utilizing it. And yet, they say, go to my Linktree. Number one, you're showcasing somebody else's business by telling people to go to Linktree. And from a user standpoint, going to your Linktree, when you go to press a button, Linktree strategically puts a big button down there when people do want to press a button for people to go set up their own Linktree. So therefore, they're taking business from you, from people going to your website. Now people are setting up their own website because they squirrel hold, and now out the races they've gone. Let alone you're giving people a whole bunch of things to read, right? And not only that, the cosmetics of it as well, where you get a blank background. They've updated a little bit where you can do some more things, but it's not customizable. And this is what we share with people. Do you have a business or do you have a hustle? Because imagine if Apple sent you to a Linktree. Imagine if Walmart sent you to a Linktree. Imagine if a lawyer, sent you to a Linktree. And, that's just not the best representation of your business. And I say that with all due respect because we started out with a Linktree at first. And, I sent it to one of my friends and he said, David, I don't know whether I want to go to a bar and get drunk first before I look at all these damn links or what, because this is just so much information.
Too busy.
It was too busy, and it wasn't informative. It wasn't cosmetics. And not only that, it wasn't visibly, effective because people want to be entertained. People want to, be able to see exactly what you're doing. And that was, prime example, what our actual, BIZ-N-A-BOX is able to do. So for those of you that are, watching our actual screen or joined us live, I encourage you to take a look at our BIZ-N-A-BOX, and I'll step you through it because I'm sharing my screen on the actual in the metaverse that you can watch. And if you're watching it on our social audio room, this is our BIZ-N-A-BOX. There is no more, business cards. Number one, a lot of you are utilizing business cards, and I'd just like to ask you, that business card is going in my cup holder, it's going in my jacket, it's going in your purse, it's going, it's not being put in your phone. And that's the number one, confusion that most people have. And I say that coming from a person that had a ton of, business cards, and I would, never put people's phone numbers in my phone. I never put their email in my phone. I'd wait on them to call me, and it just wasn't good business. Especially
it was
now,
just shoved into a box.
Yeah, it was
real talk.
It was a shit show.
If it made it there.
Yeah, if it made it there, that part.
Usually it was in the cup holder, which is why you talk about that. Yep. And as David Jones would clean his car, because he cleaned his car about 3 times a week, that would just go whoop, into the garbage. Don't need that.
Yep. Oops. I'll get it later. Right. Yeah. And so I say that because now you can upgrade your business with a QR code. So, hey, scan this. Now you can be able to ask people, hey, what social media platform are you on? Which is why it's so important for you guys to be omnipresent, because just because you utilize LinkedIn does not mean the next person you meet is going to be on LinkedIn. They might be more of a Facebook person. And why wouldn't you have a Facebook account? Especially, implementing AI as we do with our Pivot members, to where you can be able to literally showcase, all, you can be able to have this on all your different platforms when you post. And so now you can be able to say, hey, what are you on? Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, hit the button. And then in our BIZ-N-A-BOX, you're literally able to, showcase our AI video. If you guys don't know our AI video, I'm going to see if this actually comes through and works, and we're going to see how that works out.
Thrive in the digital world? Look no further than Hello LLC, the premier digital marketing agency specializing in Web3, virtual reality, and metaverse. Our innovative approach combines branding, digital marketing, design, and business strategy to help businesses and individuals increase their online presence.
That right there, my friends, is our AI, MotionWorks video that we can create for you. So now people can be able to see this, and utilize this for your podcast opening, utilize this for for, any other rooms that you use. Utilize this for your opening when you go to places. As you can see on ours, very little writing at the end of the day. And then we just had our actual metaverse, HQVC. You can put links on here that go directly to where you want people to go. Simple, easy peasy breezy. Not to mention, you guys need to check out our Outsave the Grinch sale that we just talked about. You can literally be able to get this same setup that we're talking about, normally at $1,500 at $997. We can't make it easier. Go find a website designer that'll do that for you. Those of you that are giving away books, those of you that have a book, let me give you a great example, or writing ebooks, or have a journal, why wouldn't you give away a chapter for free? Why would you not, give away, an expert for free? Why would you not give a free guide away for free? Just like with Miss Leah Garcia, right? She, has her wall of wealth that absolutely, you guys should be able to go and download her wall of wealth. And guess what that does? This now allows her, as she was doing beforehand, she was just saying, hey, go get my wall of wealth. And she was handing you guys an Adobe, spreadsheet that she had no clue who was getting it or who was accessing it. Now she gets to say, hey, here it goes. You can download it on your phone and you can get it instantly emailed to you. And she's able to get people emails. So now she can be able to say, go purchase, my new book, go get my new apparel, go listen to my new podcast. She now captures that email, which most people are not capturing emails at all. Okay. Emails are still key, especially if you're doing it the right way. Those of you that have a podcast, you're sending your Spotify link to people. You're sending them to Apple, which most people don't have it downloaded on their phone. You go and ask them, hey, girl, you listen to my podcast? No, I didn't, girl. I didn't download that link. Well, now, my friends, it can literally play right here in your BIZ-N-A-BOX. The audio version can play here. And even more importantly, you can tell people to go watch it in Metaverse, right? If you get one of our actual Hello Plaza storefronts. And this, my friends, is now where, as you can see on our screen behind you, we can be able to direct people to any of these other links that we want them to go to purchase our services, to be able to look at other additional information, to go, come visit our YouTube, go to our LinkedIn, go to our Facebook. So now you've created a one-stop shop, right? Our actual, masterclasses, you can have those up for sale, as well as you guys can go get our AI on social media, right? You can go get our masterclass from Passion to Profits. We are now able to give people everything right here without us being there, let alone, why don't you have gift cards for your business? Hello. Everybody else does. Why wouldn't you? And then, as we continue to showcase with people, having your discovery meeting on here, not just having a Calendly link, and then, having people, be able to literally, get your information. And so, this is really, one of the biggest things that we share with people, and definitely being able to implement, additional, services to your business, where now our apparel line, you guys can go check out our apparel line all on this one link. And so this, my friends, is where, we separate ourselves and being able to present our amazing BIZ-N-A-BOX. And so instead of me talking about it even more, I'm going to let one of our AI motion works talk even further about our actual, AI motion work. So here we go.
Sick of wasting time? Exhausted from managing chaos instead of running your business? Do you feel like your business is running you instead? Say goodbye to the chaos and say hello to a SmartLink that saves you time. Introducing the BIZ-N-A-BOX.
With the BIZ-N-A-BOX, you're not just implementing AI and upgrading your website. You are actually unlocking an all-in-one SmartLink that revolutionizes your foundation and systems while showcasing, marketing, and managing your business. Say goodbye to juggling endless tools, chaos, and outdated business cards. With our one-app, one-tap system, clients can access your products, services, and resources instantly via your link and QR code.
Just imagine Everything your audience needs, beautifully and strategically presented in one seamless hub, designed to save you time, streamline your workflows, keep your audience engaged, and making your life easier. This is the future of business, built for forward-thinking entrepreneurs that are serious about growth and creating a solid foundation with systems that work today and pivot you into the future as Web3 approaches.
Stop living in the past. End the chaos and be the boss. Step into the future with the BIZ-N-A-BOX. The future is already here.
It absolutely is. And so that is our amazing BIZ-N-A-BOX that you definitely can check out. And like we said, that BIZ-N-A-BOX right now is at $997, normally at $1,497. And even we're going to do you one step better. You can also get a payment plan on that as well. So we'll separate that into 3 separate payments. And I beg of you, go find another web designer that will be able to create something similar to what we've created and have the systems behind it. Not just where you put in an email, you put in a name, and then, it sends you an email that you as a business owner aren't going to get to in 2 to 3 days. And then you're sending an email back to that person. And by then you're forgotten about. And that's what typical websites are, or have it to where people can purchase things on your website and then have that whole entire back-end system set up for you. And this is what we share with people. We separate ourselves by providing this, product and service that, not only do we build it for you, it is yours. We've been running into the case that people have been building people's websites, actually several lately, that especially with the holiday sales, they go to ask to change it, or they want to go and change it and they have no access to it. Or people, or we have one client that, wanted to get his information from the old website. They want to charge him $300-400 just to get his information off of his website. And so this is where we share with you guys. We build it, it's yours, and we get to help you evolve with your business if you so choose. Because a lot of the times people get things built and then they outgrow it, and then they don't know how to change it, or they're completely confused and they're not a coder on their website and things of that sort, and then they just stop. And this is where the simple Calendly link comes into place. This is where you say, oh, I don't have that, or people sell themselves on saying, oh, I don't need a website.
Absolutely. So, I guess at the end of the day, Mr. Jones, it's get your SmartLink with an experience, And so, to be very frank, guys, we come and share this information not only because it's helpful information as the confusion that you are creating by not having it in one centralized position, but it really comes down to the simple fact of, the way it makes you look as a business owner brand. And that is one thing that, Miss Leah's not here to jump up here and share this, but one thing she shared with us was that it made her brand just look put together. We all know, for especially those that are in here in LinkedIn right now, we know how amazing Miss Leah is. We know that at the end of the day, she's already put together. We know that she shows up that way in all of our rooms and how she presents herself. But she felt that once she had her BIZ-N-A-BOX completed, that just put the cherry on the top. It was the whipped cream on top of, and the cherry on top of her sundae. And so it's making people's lives easier. And that's our mission, is why, do what we do and help our clients. But in reality, for you, whether you do business with the Hello LLC or not, you want to make it easier for your clients or your customers or your future clients or customers to be curious about you, to get in touch with you, to be able to consume your information, to be able to do whatever it is that you want them to do when they step into your community, your realm. And guess what, guys? People like to be curious. They love to be nosy. It is a human nature. And we really love to be nosy when we can just go in and do it ourselves and not talk to anybody. How many of you know that when you go into the store and someone walks up and be like, can I help you? And you're like, no, I'm just browsing. And you walk the other direction because you're like, I just want to take in the ambiance, the experience, check out what you have, for sale, what's on sale, what you carry for goods and services. I just want to be nosy. And right now, because we're going into a digital-based community society where we are exchanging information around the world as fast as a click of a button of, send, you can pull up anybody's information anywhere. You don't have to walk into a store anymore. And so because of that, why would you not want to give yourself that leg up and look like you got, you have that great first impression. And I was about to say, look like you got your, P's and Q's together, but
get your shit together.
Yeah, that essentially. And so it just comes down to, guys, dress yourself up. It's kind of like leaving the house and you leave with a wrinkled shirt. It's like, how many times have you heard your grandma or your, parents go, iron your clothes, please. Mr. Jones never did that because he ironed all his clothes.
All of it, baby.
It was always starched.
From head to toe.
Head to toe. Yeah, I think your head was starched.
I got that conversation, but mine wasn't as nice. It came with an ass whooping with you didn't iron your clothes. So that's just my house.
Was that what it was?
That's what it was.
Got it.
That's what it was. But more importantly, you bring up some good points. Having a conversation with Miss Leah today, she said, David, I didn't realize, how much time I was spending, in my business. And she was working, she was working in her business. And I said, I know. And she said, now, being a part of you guys' Pivot membership, she's like, now we're being preventative. And I said, bingo, there you go. I said, you're not sitting there on, Thanksgiving, eating, your yams and your gravy and your turkey with gravy running down, dropping on your shirt and be like, ooh, everybody else doing a Black Friday sale. What am I going to do? She's already had that in place, and her holiday sales for next month is already in place. And we're already, discussing January. And so, this is where, we share with people, we want more for you. And a lot of the times you are good at, what you do, from writing a book, from coaching, from financial advisory to whatever you might do, but you're not great at the transaction piece. And that is where we come into place, where we help you, put that foundation and systems in place so you can, work, on your business and not work in your business. And there's a difference between the two. And where you're not sending emails, you're not sending this, you're not doing that, you're not, worried about this, you're not worried about that. And, she's able to do that now. And so this is where, Tara shares the story all the time that, when we had our house back in Houston, I would, go outside and I would mow our own lawn. And that would take me, 2 to 3 hours. And we had, a strip, but Mr. Jones, would want it, Jonesified it. And I would take, 2 hours, 3 hours, especially if the dang weed eater didn't start. And fellas, you all know that point where you want to break the weed eater because it don't want to start. I would take that time, and Tara was like, baby, you could pay somebody to do this, because the 2 to 3 hours that you're spending on cutting the yard, you could spend so much more of your time doing other things and not getting frustrated. And when she said that, I was like, oh, you're right. And so that's also the same philosophy that we have to take into our business. And scared money don't make money, number one. Okay. You're not in business if you're not willing to invest in your business, especially knowing that times are changing, things are changing. And if you guys are not paying attention to this financial system that we've been talking about for the last year plus, at least on LinkedIn, where people, have said, oh, I'm not interested in that. That's not my cup of thing, and now it's like front and center. And, some people got egg on their face when they talked about crypto not being a big thing, when they talked about Bitcoin not being a big thing. And now they got to turn around and eat crow because it's here, and it's here more than ever to where you as a business, and that's a conversation we're going to have tomorrow, is that you as a business are going to have to be able to understand how to take other ways of money than the US dollar, because AKA, hello, all of us in these rooms don't live all in America, right? So many people that are writing books have, all these different Amazon links, which just blows me crazy, just blows my mind, right? That when we share with people, and that's one of the biggest things about our BIZ-N-A-BOX. As an author, you do not have to go to Amazon and put your book on Amazon and let Amazon take you out back and beat you upside the head for your book, okay? You're going to get anywhere from 20 to 40 to sometimes 60% of your book taken away from you. In our BIZ-N-A-BOX, you literally get to sell your book, your digital book, on our BIZ-N-A-BOX, and you get all of your money, right? And people get a copy of that book. A lot of our authors, we showed them how they can create an actual digital flip book for their book, because I'm here to tell you, most people aren't reading your book. Only 54% of people read one book a year. So I love you, authors, but we got to face the music, right? That everybody's not going to buy your book or autographed book. But what people will do is they will buy that digital copy of your book. And it was what we share with our people, you need to be having your book as an audio book. Why not? You're listening to these social audio rooms. People are listening to podcasts. Why would you not put your book in an audio book and not Kindle? Because it's not the old days. Everybody ain't got no damn Kindle, okay? I'm not walking around here with a Kindle. You got a Kindle?
Nope.
Right? And so Kindle used to be good, but it's not good anymore. All right. And so correct me if I'm wrong, unless you can download the app Kindle and you can listen to it. But still, once again, nobody wants to do that. You're asking people to do extra steps when people are lazy these days. And that's just a simple thing to look at it. If you're not making it to where lazy people can get to your stuff, you're fresh out of luck. If you're having them go from one link to the next link to the next link to the next link, and then you're asking them to type, no. Like that little girl says, no, forget about it, right? And so that's even more importantly why our BIZ-N-A-BOX is so key on being able to showcase that and being able to say, hey, I got, a free copy of my book that you can go and get of my book, and you can start promoting your book now, because something that we share with our authors is that, hey, look, you writing your book is 10% of the damn battle. 90% of the battle is showcasing your book and promoting your book and for people to buy your book. And so that's really where a lot of us, are not the best at doing. And so, once again, guys, we encourage you to come take advantage of our Outsave the Grinch, where you get our BIZ-N-A-BOX. You can get our Hello AI MotionWorks. If you don't know what our Hello AI MotionWorks is, well, buckle up. I'm about to show you what our Hello AI MotionWorks is, and you can determine if you want one for yourself. And we're going to show the lovely Tara Hello AI MotionWorks.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tara Bush, and I am the co-founder and COO of the Hello LLC, where our mantra is helping everyone live life optimally. And more importantly, helping entrepreneurs leverage leading-edge optimizations. We help businesses build, brand, automate, and pivot into the future. With over 22 years of corporate C-level experience, I carry a wealth of knowledge and expertise in my professional portfolio. My professional journey has encompassed various facets of business, executive leadership, project management, marketing, systems, space planning, and strategy implementation. I have had the pleasure of partnering with and managing multi-million-dollar projects for the top Fortune 500 companies, prestigious universities, and well-known sports teams around the world, like ExxonMobil, Apple, Samsung, Citgo, HP, Ziegler-Cooper, the Houston Astros, the Dallas Cowboys, Bank of America, and Vanderbilt University. What fuels my drive is a passion for innovation and creativity that knows no bounds. I thrive on pushing the boundaries and thinking outside the box to bring fresh, ingenious ideas to the forefront. I turn visions into reality. As a leader, I am a steadfast advocate for integrity and creativity. I am driven by a profound desire to help individuals and businesses create their own return on time investment while leveraging technology. At the Hello LLC, we are more than just a 3D digital marketing agency. We are a community committed to helping, building, and thriving together with integrity. We can either show you, teach you, or do it for you. We believe in the power of innovation to transform the status quo. My fellow professional powerhouses, in the spirit of abundance, I firmly believe that there is enough prosperity in this world for all of us to thrive together. So, I invite you to make the pivot because the future is already here.
Guys, is, just going and being aware. This conversation is to bring awareness to you. Yes, we talked about solutions. We talked about the facts and the figures behind it. We talked about what you guys can do as a solution that if you want to utilize Hello LLC services. But it really comes down to that awareness. As they state, the first step in all processes is to recognize that you need some help in something, right? Whether it's, with your technology in your business or whether it's in a personal life for another reason or something, but it's coming down that pipeline and understanding, I've been confusing the crap out of my audience. They don't know where to find me 6 ways to Sunday. And I'm not Googleable.
You got it?
No, I didn't. So you can't Google me is what my point being is. And so because that's what people do is that, I'll just go, it's like the yellow pages. I'll just go to the yellow pages and look up their number. And if they didn't have it in the yellow pages, then it was like, well, I guess the next time I drive by, next week, I'll see if I can see the number on their, their sign out front. But it's how much business did that person that didn't put their business in yellow pages lose? You're the same thing. How much business are you losing because you're not easy to find?
Yeah. And so with that being said, guys, also part of our amazing Outsave the Grinch. If you don't know about our Hello Plaza virtual mall, then I'm about to show you. And those of you that are joining us in our audio rooms, you can take a look at our live feed as well after we get out of here. And you can check this out and you can see it. And so imagine, instead of telling people to go to your crusty, dusty ass website, you can tell people to go to your Hello Plaza virtual storefront in the metaverse that they can be able to join from their phone, laptop, iPad, or their VR headset. And this creates a different conversation. I'm just here to let you know that right now. When we walk up to people and we showcase them our QR code, damn, that ain't no website, that ain't no damn business card. Yeah. To QR code. Hey, what are you most on? You on Instagram? You on LinkedIn? What you on? Oh, I'm on LinkedIn. Boom, hit the button. I follow them. They follow me. We out the gate. Hey, so David Tar, what do you guys do? I tell you what, instead of us talking about it, go watch our AI MotionWorks video. That's about a minute right there. Or I tell you what, hit that button right there that says Hello Plaza and go visit our Hello Plaza virtual metaverse store. Metaverse? I thought you needed headsets for that. Nah, you can go from your phone. Hit this button right here. Boom! Opens up on their phone. They're now viewing your products, your services, just like with Miss Kathy Thomas. She's now able to tell people, hey, go check out my coaching and mentor. Go check out my wellness. Go check out my apparel store. Hey, go book your consultation. She can even do her audio rooms in here, to where people can come in here and join her audio rooms and they can unmute themselves. They can put themselves on camera. They can do whatever. Everybody can hear each other. And the great thing about this also is that now she gets to get rid of that crusty, dusty Zoom. When she meets her clients and customers, don't send them a Zoom link. You now get to send them your actual Hello Plaza, virtual, storefront or studio that comes with this. And this really allows you to do something different. So I'm going to take you guys into Roberta Pacino's back office, which is something she also utilizes for her storefront as well. Storefront. Let me get that out right.
Stir fry. I was like, stir fry.
I think that's that fried rice you made for us last night.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so, if you guys have not came and checked out Miss Roberta's, Kiss of Fame podcast, I would highly encourage you to go to her BIZ-N-A-BOX, to where you can actually go and watch some of her actual podcasts in her room as well. and you can be able to listen to it as well in the 2D old-fashioned way. But this, my friends, is a completely different view than showing up in a Zoom room. Today, one of my clients, accidentally met me in the Zoom, and I was like, ugh, this is gross, right? And so imagine your clients being able to drop into this room, okay, with all your information on the back wall, where they now can learn even more about you, and they can show up in their avatar. And this screen right behind me, you can share that screen. So prime example, and I can talk about it, but I can show it even further, right, is that now I can share my screen right in this room. Boom. It showed up right behind us, okay, in this metaverse room that now allows me to showcase my BIZ-N-A-BOX, allows me to showcase, anything I want to showcase to my clients in this room and do a presentation. And so this is why we share with you guys all. The future's already here. It's just up to you if you're willing to make that pivot and not do no half-step pivot to where you go to these, so-called claim, virtual, spaces that claim to be metaverse, and it's nothing more than a boost up, a Zoom with circles in it that your face shows up in. That is not metaverse, okay? Let's make that very crystal clear right now, okay? This is metaverse, to where you can be able to see these things in a virtual experience. You can show up in an avatar. You can be able to, create and do anything you want to. Yes, Tara and I room is very colorful. If you don't like colors, you don't have to have it this colorful. But guess what? It's an experience, and that's what you should be creating for your clients and customers, and more importantly, the ease of you. I know for me as a business owner, I no longer got to worry about my hair being done. I no longer got to worry about if I ain't got no makeup. You have to worry about makeup, or maybe you that's watching this, but none of that. I get to show up in this nice little avatar that is Tara right now.
I was like, you wear makeup on?
And, be able to, showcase myself completely different, and now have a conversation.
It's called Jergens lotion. That's your that's your makeup, huh? Well, with that said, Mr. Jones, we greatly appreciate that share and sharing and showcasing for those that are watching us on our live across the board here. You've been getting a little mini metaverse tour, so we greatly appreciate that. But, again, to just wrap this amazing conversation up today, we, stop confusing your audiences, guys. You got to streamline. You've got to capture their attention. And to be real talk, the old Web 2 ways, whether it's a website or, social media, you have 3 seconds. Guess what? If you drop them into metaverse, you got 9 minutes.
No, yes. The average time of somebody when they join into your virtual reality, yes, love, is nine minutes compared to the 30 seconds that you might get on your social media.
3 seconds, because we already know.
Yeah, I mean less than that.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything entertaining, they're out.
I'll give you 60 seconds.
Yeah.
1 minute versus 9 minutes.
Yeah,
I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that is why do not get caught in that technical debt. So with that said, Mr. Jones, you got anything final you want to add to this conversation?
No, you guys make sure you take advantage of our Outsave the Grinch, where you can get our BIZ-N-A-BOX at $9.97. You can get our Hello AI Motion Works. All 3 of those, you can get those from 50% off, and then definitely take advantage of our Hello Plaza Mall that storefront that comes not only with the storefront view where we're all collaborating, we're all communicating with each other, but you also get a back end studio room that is your private room. That this is where you host your Zooms at. This is where you host your podcasts at. This is where you host your live, right, audio rooms / video rooms that now you can do on all these different platforms.
I about busted into that rap song about this is why we're
it's
hot.
hot.
This
Yeah.
is why, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Karaoke.
We'll work on your karaoke rap skills
Oh,
later.
we need a whole lot of karaoke skills. And rap or anything. I need a whole lot of karaoke skills before I go on the road. I am not. I can carry a tune in a bucket, but I have determined I'm a great backup singer.
Yeah,
I can harmonize pretty well, but I am not that. Yeah, that's
No, not you?
nope.
Okay. Anyhow,
Okay, Silk.
Yeah.
Shy, whichever one it was.
Whatever. See, now you're making fun of me. Anyhow, but with that being said, guys, you guys make sure you come and join us tomorrow for our amazing Wisdom Wednesday room, where we're going to be having a conversation of cryptocurrency, the game changer. You can't ignore it, like it or not. It is here, just like everything else we continue to share with you.
Part of that Web3 portfolio.
Yep. And this is, this is where we take people from 2D to 3D.
This is why we're hot.
No, you got it wrong. This is why we hot. This is why I'm hot. It goes like in a row 3 times. We're going to play the song after we get out of here. No, what? Should we play the song?
Nope.
No?
You know the drill.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyhow, love,
kindness,
integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment,
and
consistency.
And until next time, beautiful people.
Toodles.
Hasta luego. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.